Now I gotta ride or die.
Today underneath the Series 1 RS Turbo. Sorry about the noise in the background. We have a active workshop as usual in the JW Auto Shine workshop. Just assessing a few things underneath the Series 1. I want to get a few bits painted and welded underneath. Not that it's rotten whatsoever, but just assessing these things probably on a yearly basis on one of these cars is key. I know that this isn't rotten and terrible and horrible underneath, but there are some bits that I want to chase up before they get really, really bad. So, just assessing those bits, won't put them on camera because I don't want people thinking that this is an absolute rot box, because it's not. But we do have a few things as I swing my new big camera around. If you guys remember, bought a new camera, GH5, it is massive, but I hope you guys are enjoying the new style, or at least the new quality of these videos, because yeah, this camera's the nuts. Anyway, we'll get on to our main purpose today, to show you guys exactly how far we have got with the Series 1 engine bay, because a lot of things have been done and a lot of things are ready to go. MJG Grits has just come through, texted me and said there is basically a batch of stuff ready to go, but I'll show you under the engine bay first. So car's back down, just going to pop the bonnet. Where's the catch? There's the catch. Now, as you can see, I didn't put this on camera last time, but the last time I actually put this car outside in the warm summer and March air, for some reason it cooked the bonnet enough to actually take one of the chrome mirror thingies, basically the under bonnet mirrors that were put on this by the previous owner. One of them actually fell off, so I want these to come off anyway. You guys would have probably seen me say this in another video. Now, this is the last thing I'm actually going to assess, but it's the first thing I'm going to point out, because of course it's the first thing that you guys have seen. One actually fell off, but all of these are going to come off. Then I want to respray the underneath of the bonnet, because as you can see, the actual stuff that's been put on years and years ago will not come off unless the paint has pulled off at the same time. So we're going to have to respray it underneath here. Of course, there is little, you know, bits and bobs like flaking paint here and there. So I do want to get this done anyway, but pulling all of this off means that I'm definitely going to have to respray the bonnet when the time comes. But we will go into the engine bay to actually show you guys how far we've got. Now, the battery tray has completely been really nicely restored back to pretty much factory, which is nice. We still have everything out for the last bits and bobs that are going to go in here. The leads, we're going to service it, we're going to put a cam belt on it like we showed you in the last video, but this is not that video. What I want to show you guys is how far we've got to this point, because the caps, top mounts on top of both sides have been done, the crossover has been done by Island Aqua Blasting, that's been done, and the valve cover has been done, and a few other bits. So these bits are the bits that I'm actually going to be collecting in a second. I've also sourced a new one of these. I didn't want to pay RS Turbo prices, so we actually put, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was just an Escort, one of these, and they come up on eBay, and I actually won it. So that's really good. I will show you that in a minute. We're actually cleaning up right now because there's a lot of horribleness in the actual one that I've bought. But as you can see, the engine bay is at a pretty interesting state. Most of the stuff's been blasted off. This is not even on whatsoever. It's just covering the internals, because you know no one wants stuff going in there. But we will put this down. We will get on to Martin, because we need to pick up these bits that have been blasted. We'll jump in the M4. I actually cleaned this the other day just because I fancied cleaning it, and it hadn't been cleaned in about I'm gonna say a month and a half maybe. I actually drove this through the winter months and didn't even clean it up, and it actually came out really, really well, because we obviously did all of that Steiner gloss protection on top of this thing, so it actually meant that cleaning it down wasn't too hard. But yeah, this thing looks absolutely madness. I have hinted in the last couple of weeks actually that this, maybe towards the end of the summer, might go. Towards the end of the year, definitely will go. So I'm not too sure what to replace this with. We've had fun. We'd have had it a year at that point, but yeah, I'm not sure what could replace this at the moment. 500 horsepower, all of the power you could ever want, especially on the Isle of Wight, in my opinion, and something that is really enjoyable to drive. But we'll get to that in a couple of months. I know you guys obviously don't like me selling cars, but for me, I love trying something different. So maybe going to an AMG product after this car, or maybe back to Audi. Who knows? We will see towards the end of this year. But let's get on to Martin. Let's go and pick these parts up. We'll go for a proper B-road blast in the M4 on the way. And just like that, we are descending on MJG Grits. I think that's him over there. We've stood up doing bits out the back of his van. Nice van, mate. Doing van bits. Oh, there's something in there. Oh, I think it's a tree. Oh, look, there's an RS in there and all. Woo! Oh, yeah. What's this then?
Is that my hose?
I love your hose, mate. Look at the size of that. New camera.
Oh, hello, new camera.
Hello, new camera. This is the newest of new cameras. What's going on in here then? I thought it was a tree when I come in. Yeah, I thought it was a tree in there. I was like, why has he got a tree in the back? What an odd thing to have in your possession. That's a large bit of hose, mate, if I'm honest.
That's what we use.
There's a lot of hose in the back of here.
There's a lot of hose.
There's a lot of hoses. Don't tell the missus there's hose in the transit. Hose in the tranny. Nice.
We need a JW.
That needs a JW auto sign wash, mate. I'll get down there and sort it out because...
Penciled in.
We've come into... it's an office, but there's just stuff everywhere, mate. Like really cool stuff, like Jason's bits. We'll do an update on that when the time comes. Recaro's over here. They're nice. That's nice too. That's all right, innit? Look at the face on that. Lovely. So here we have the bits to make my car look nice again because it's not as nice as it. Yeah, let's bling bling. You know, like rims. You know, from like the early 2000s, like Derb edition,
Yeah,
like Series 1.
Can we chrome everything?
Recreate, yeah. So what we've done is these are the top suspension.
So shock.
That sits on
Top
the top.
mount.
Yeah.
It goes through.
Sandwiches it.
Holds the bolt down. It stops it from pulling through.
Yeah.
It
I've
must
already
be
showed the guys in this video where
top-
it should be.
Top mount.
Bracket. Spacer.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, so that's where they're going on the top of the suspension basically. This bit is the battery. Yep, battery bit. So that goes on the battery. Inlet manifold. Bracket. Nice. That's supposed to be silver though. Because this bit's supposed to be black on top of the well, it goes that way around, doesn't it? This way around? Like that way?
Like that, innit?
Yeah, like that way, yeah, with the throttle cable going through. And then we have the top of the engine, which looks absolutely pristine and exactly the colour it should have been from the factory.
Moondust silver.
Moondust silver.
Yeah. These are powder coated satin black.
Powder coated satin.
Hold your battery
black.
in place.
Yeah. And this is why we come here, because I mean, look at this. Look at this was proper grubby and horrible, and now it's like mint. It's actually mint. These are mint. Look at that.
This is the Office of Mintness.
Office of Mintness. Yeah, look at that. Means mint. It's got bicycle here. What's going on with that? It's a random bicycle and stuff. But yeah, if you are Isle of Wight based, you need anything doing powder coating, sandblasting, you're the guy to come to, MJG, mate. Because, well, I mean, look at this. These were terrible, and now they're not terrible, which is really, really nice. And nice and shiny. And durable. These can go in the engine bay and they won't be scratched to hell real quick.
No.
Which is even better because I love dropping spanners in my engine bay at the moment.
It'll go back to looking nice as it should have when it came out of the factory.
Yes. But we'll put it in the M4. And get out your hair as well, because there's lots going on, mate. There's a man outside now as well. There's a man outside!
He wants some shiny bits.
He wants some shiny bits. We'll take these bits and grace the Series 1 with new and exciting things. You've got some pick and mix. So a guy just come in off camera and gave you pick and mix. Are there any nice ones in there? Yeah, we're about to pick and mix, mate. I'm about to pick and mix. You're definitely about to pick and mix.
I'm so happy.
I'm happy. Look at this. You're happy with that. Maybe I should just pay you in pick and mix next time. Watch that. If anyone wants to sort out some pick and mix for Martin, let us know. Yeah, send it round because you're about to pick and mix. We actually, behind this this car here, we have Jason's car just there. Many things are happening. We won't update people yet, but we will update them soon. It will happen. Let's get this in the car, take it back, and brace the Series 1 with some nice parts, mate. You want? Oh, this is service round. This is the service you get if you come here. Just remind everyone that. There we go, lovely. And yes, that is a box of Thorntons in my passenger seat because I'm about that life. Pick and mix is better than Thorntons, though, mate. It always will be. Forever. Top trumps the Thorntons with pick and mix all day, every day.
Tomorrow.
So as you can see, my attire has changed as we get out of the M4. I am actually on the next day now because, of course, school runs and everything. We got stuff to do. We got babies. I mean, if you guys didn't know, I've got a baby now, so things are happening. Anyway, let's get these bits in. Let's put them up next to the bits that I already had for the car and show you guys what's exactly happening, because these are so much better than what's on there at the moment, especially this bit. Bits in from the car, as you can see, these bits have come out unbelievable. Island aqua blasting for these bits, making them absolutely brand new wiper motor and cam cover, and yeah, just MJG coming through. And of course, Island aqua blasting went through and did an unreal job on the crossover pipe. It looks so good. Basically brand new, mate, is what it is. Morning everybody, how are we? Living the dream. I'm just telling people how lovely everything looks. What did you put this on here? What did you put on there?
Okay, so Dan aqua blasted it first.
Yes, he did.
And it turned it bright white almost.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay.
It got rid of all the dirt, didn't it?
Yes, it did, yeah.
I'm actually like really fond of what he's been doing over there with
Oh, it's unreal.
plastics.
Unreal, mate. It looks brand new.
Metals are one thing, but the plastics have been great.
Yeah.
So he blasted it off, then I think we heat gunned it to get the colour back.
Yeah.
And then it coated it in deluxe temperature sensitive ceramic coating, which is giving it.
So that is brand new.
Yeah,
like
it's a four-stage
next
process.
level brand new.
Mine isn't that nice.
Oh.
I'm going to do the full
You're going to do it
process.
to yours now, aren't you? Yeah.
Where's your header tank?
I don't know, it's not here. Oh, it's in there.
Yeah.
I haven't actually got the cap yet, though.
We don't have an oil filler cap either, do we?
No, we don't have an oil filler cap, but we'll assess that.
It's going to be so much better though.
Oh, it's going to be so much nicer. Anyway, let's put some stuff back together, maybe.
Yeah, I'm up for doing that. We're going to need some tools.
Some things. Let's get some things. Right, update time, because of course you can see we've got gloves on and they've got rips in them, so it means we're doing work, which is always nice. Now, you can see the top cover's on, all the leads are in, we've done a proper check to make sure the firing order is right. Few things to point out. I actually have lost one of these, so I've actually just prized one out of one of the other. He's getting stressed out over it with the cam cover. I'll jump in, it's fine. But yeah, I've just found that I've lost one of those. Don't know how that's happened, maybe in transit, but I've actually just pulled one out of one of the ones that I had spare in the boot of this car. So I'm actually just going to prize this out of this and pop it into that. You're not actually going to see that the collar isn't on underneath unless you watch this video and notice that I haven't done that, but you're not going to see it underneath the actual crossover pipe that I've got there. So we're going to put that on next. Try and get this cam cover on as well, mate, because it's like, you're not happy, are you? not happy. He's like, this thing is just, my hands don't work in here.
It's slightly not fitting very nice, and
Yeah,
it's just not helping.
It's just annoying. And yeah, we've done spark plugs, Gatlin properly, all that sort of other business as well. So yes, we should be good to go for putting the crossover on. Lovely. Right, dirty hands, all that stuff, picking up my new camera. It's fine. We are now just actually pushing in some clips, as you can see.
We are.
Clips are going in.
We're getting there.
We'll come around this side because don't look at this bodge here, because that's me being a bodge, but we've cleaned this side down underneath the actual header tank. We've got a brand, well, it's not a brand new one, it's just a new old one to go in this side to actually complete this part of the taking the car back to standard.
Yeah.
We have a new bit of tube going from here all the way to the tank as well. People are going to start asking why I haven't gone deep into these bits with the blue piping and stuff. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't have all of the time and all of the resources and money to actually go in on every single bit, so we're going to slowly do this over time. But we do have this very nice aqua blasted wiper cover for the motor. Very nice. We will of course do other bits in due course at some point, but pretty happy with how this is going. I mean, even we're trying to use the original clips from the Series 1 that was on this bit to actually get it in properly, because it wasn't in properly originally, was it?
No.
Just a minute ago.
Hold. Dangling.
These bits, these clips were just dangling and they weren't actually doing their job, so we're trying to work them in now and hopefully they fit. Right guys, we're at a point where we're going to end today's episode. We have done so much in this episode though, so happy. Sorry about the noise, of course we are in a active workshop, but as you can see we have the new header tank this side looking very good with all the new fittings. Now yes, there is still a blue hose at the bottom, don't worry about that, I will be changing that in the not so distant future, but we'll show you guys that. And of course we have the top new brackets and everything there. We can actually keep this patinaed as it is, I think, because if I make this new, it will then really look bad against all of the other things that aren't that new on the engine bay, basically. But I wanted to get this new, that's the idea here. I want to make sure it's really nice. We are waiting on a cap this side and this cap as well, just for the top of the tank there. I've just gone through and just assessed a few other areas that I might want to change or at least do up at some point in this sort of restoration, cleaning up bits on the Series 1. But again, I'm really happy with how we are looking. Yes, we have so much more to do, don't get me wrong, but I think we're at a really good point and I'm so happy with how this is coming out. With that being said guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Remember everybody in this video, Island Aqua Blasting, MJG Grits, and of course JW Autoshine for helping me sort this absolute nightmare of a car that's been spliced and various other little bits have been done to it. But thank you so much for watching guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Jason comes out with his lunch right at the end of the video. Right mate, there's 20 seconds at the end of the video now, right, where there's icons on the screen. So like, if you could just this video and then you can watch this video and you could subscribe to the channel here. Lovely. Cheers mate.